Good morning. Happy New Year. Welcome to the very first edition of Take 5 in 2016. I did get your text last night, and so this is my chance to say Happy New Year back to you. And we're still, though, even though we're in a new year, we're in the same chapter we left 2015 in. Exodus chapter 19, verse 20. The Lord descended to the top of Mount Sinai. Now notice the Lord descended to the top, which means God was already way above there. So he comes down to the top of the mountain, but of course Moses has to go up. And he calls Moses to the top of the mountain. So Moses went up, and the Lord said to him, "Go down and warn the people so they do not force their way through to see the Lord, and many of them perish. Even the priests who approach the Lord must consecrate themselves, or the Lord will break out against them." Moses said to the Lord, "The people cannot come up Mount Sinai because you yourself warned us. Put limits around the mountain and set it apart as holy." The Lord replied, "Go down and bring Aaron up with you, but the priests and the people must not force their way through to come up to the Lord, or he will break out against them." So Moses went down to the people and told them. So God's just reiterating, and we already went through this yesterday. God's reiterating the fact that only Moses can come up. The people can't get near, not even the priest. God is too holy, and he makes an exception with Moses, but Moses is going to be affected. We'll see that eventually. But the people can't handle it. If we were to see God in all his glory in the state that we're in now as humans, we would not be able to handle it. Now, one day in heaven, we'll be changed. Our bodies will be changed, and we'll be able to handle it. And even Moses didn't get the full dose. All right. Moses didn't get the full dose when he talked to God. But God was very serious about that. And he was not going to allow the people to get that close to him. Now, thankfully, we can have a relationship with God. We can talk to him through the blood of his son, Jesus Christ. All right. And I know a lot of that's pretty deep, and it probably goes way over your head. And that's okay. Like I keep telling you, it's okay. Just hang in there, and you'll get it eventually. But now we got to go to the next chapter, so I got to type this in here. Exodus 20. And actually, we're not going to go any further. It's going to be a short addition today. I'll just start with verse 1. And God spoke all these words. Okay, what we're about to get into is the Ten Commandments, one of the most famous passages of Scripture, certainly in the Bible, and what the Israelites still go by today. And the question is, should we as Christians obey the Ten Commandments? And I'll go ahead and answer that, and then we'll get the Ten Commandments, and we're going to do them one at a time, one commandment a day. And I'd say yes, we should, because 9 of them are repeated in the New Testament, and there is a difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament. All right, and if you don't understand that, I'm just going to let that go over your head too. But 9 of them are repeated, but also they make sense. If you want to have a happy life, if you want to have a healthy life, if you don't want to get into trouble, these commandments absolutely make sense. If you obey them, your life's going to go a lot better, and you're going to honor God and glorify him. So we're going to take them one at a time, and I think you'll see they are very practical for today. They haven't changed, things haven't changed, and God's commandments are still practical for today. But you're going to have to come back tomorrow. We're going to take them one at a time. We'll be in Exodus chapter 20 tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching. I got to find my little spot here so I can stop this thing. There we go. Come back tomorrow. And again, Happy New Year. All right. And see you on the next edition of Take 5.